4 south to SkyTrain 44th Street Station.
All right, so I'm here at the SkyTrain. There's the Sky Bridge. It comes over from the Phoenix Light Rail, and I forget what the time was, but I did try to zoom in on the bus that showed the time. It's Friday, the March 25th, pretty sure, 2022. Second video of the day. I probably should have done a video on my way home from the Wander Inn, but I was kind of in my own zone and kind of buzzed, and I had my headphones on, was enjoying my music. Anyway, I'll shoot a little video here on the way to Terminal 3. So SkyTrain is always fun to shoot video of. So used to going that way to get to the the up escalator isn't working, and I guess I do that. It's been broken for a while. Yeah, you know, and come to think of it, I rarely ever get off that bus and get to the light rail that way. It's plenty easy to get off the bus over there at Washington Street and then walk across the street to the light rail. Yeah, I just don't like waiting for the 44 over there because there's just so many junkies and creepy people and whatnot that waits for the bus over at 44th and Washington in front of the Circle K. Anyway, in the SkyTrain station, SkyTrain comes frequently enough. You don't really have to worry about the schedule. Board other side. So 44th Street Station. Train to all stations arriving in 4 minutes. March 25th, 2022, 5:54 a.m. I love signs like this. All right, so, I also love the view from the SkyTrain station in the morning. It's up just high enough that you can kind of see out over the city. See Camelback Mountain from here. I said I was going to explain what happened at Bullock's, and I guess now is as good of a time as any while I wait for the SkyTrain. So I overslept again, and I think I mentioned that. I set my alarm clocks for 5 o'clock, I think. 5:20, something like that, 4:30. The plan was to be kind of up and leave between 5 and 6, which gives me enough time to get to, as long as I'm out the door by 6, it usually gives me enough time to get to Bullock's via bus by 8. Now granted, it's getting someplace in the bus is rarely that reliable. You never know when you're going to miss a transfer or have a bus that's straight up not running, but in that journey, I generally got enough options. I can make it happen in 2 hours. Anyway, as it was, I ended up waking up at about 4 o'clock, which, or maybe 3:30, something like that. And the thing that's been kind of a recurring theme for me all week with Amazon is
Sky Harbor Airport requires space companies over the nose and mouth. Exceptions are listed on skyharbor.com.
Yeah, I got my chin strap on. Anyway, what was I saying? So that's been kind of a constant issue for me all week, is that regardless of how late in the morning I get to sleep, which, I mean, typically I get home from Amazon at about 7, between 7 and 7:30, I get to sleep between like 8 and 9 a.m., sometimes later if I have to run some errands in the morning, which I did have to do one morning this week. And I haven't talked about that errand, but I'll get to it. Kind of wanted to keep that one on the down low for now. Anyway, so it doesn't seem to matter. I get to sleep at 9 in the morning, even 10 in the morning. I keep waking up at around noon. Sometimes as early as 11:30, but generally between 1 and 2. Like, I'm just waking up, and I don't know why. It's not that I'm not tired, but I can't. And I did have one day that I managed to get myself back to sleep. I laid awake for about 2 hours, and then I managed to get back to sleep, and I forget exactly what day it was, but fortunately my alarm clock woke me up and I was able to get to Amazon on time. Because my worst fear when I do get back to sleep is that I get into such a deep sleep that my alarm doesn't wake me up, which is what happened yesterday. I tried to get back to sleep. I woke up 4-ish or 3-ish, and I tried, maybe it was 2-ish, I'm not sure. Anyway, I tried to get back to sleep, and I must have been in my room for probably 2.5 hours farting around online and just could not get back to sleep. Well, I finally did get back to sleep, and Priscilla woke me up at about, I slept right through my alarms, and Priscilla woke me up at about 5:30. Ooh, the train's over there. For some reason I thought the train boarded over where I was sitting.
Please stand clear of the doors. Please hold on. This train is departing for all terminals. Our next stop is the East Economy Station. Next stop, the East Economy Station. Welcome to PHX Sky Harbor International Airport.
Anyway, as I was saying, she woke me up at about I want to say 7:15, and asked if I was not going into bullets, at which point I looked at the clock and kind of freaked out, and I was like, well, I was supposed to, but now I'm fucked. And she's like, well, do you want me to drive you? I said, could you? Because otherwise there's no way. I said, I don't even, by the time I get ready, I'm not even going to have time for you to take me to a bus like you did last week. She's like, oh, no problem, I'll drive you. So, which was nice. I mean, as much as her and I have not been getting along lately, and as frustrated as I've been with her, just kind of potentially saved my ass. Anyway, I get to the bar a little bit before 8 o'clock, perfectly on time, and said hi to one of the barflies at the corner of the bar, and walked over to the corner and sat my bag down, and my phone down, made sure it was logged into the Wi-Fi, and then I heard Bree call for me from behind the bar. She said, Dan, come here. I'm like, okay. I walk over, she goes, I need to talk to you, can you go in the office? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I don't know, what to think. It's just that's never a good sign. And I get in there, and she's like, well, Jim's been trying to call you all day, and you haven't called the bar. And to which I responded to her, yeah, remember, after I left here last week, I got jumped and my phone got taken. I said, I don't have a phone. There's no way to call me. She's like, oh, well, we need you to call so we know you're going to be here. Yeah, I was never told that. I was never at any point ever told that. And then she starts going on, and then Rain is there as well, talking about, oh, well, you've been unreliable and blah, 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 blah. I said, I've been here a year. I've missed one night. One night. She's like, well, we just need to know that you're committed to this. She just said I'm committed to this enough. I'm like, really? You don't think I'm dedicated to this enough? I said, I ride. I spent 2 to 3 hours riding a bus to get here. Sometimes walking as much as 2 miles.
Next stop, Terminal 4.
And then I wait 2 hours to spend another 2 hours riding a bus home.
Clear of the doors.
I said, how much more dedication do you people want? And that, of course, quickly got turned around into, well, your transportation problems aren't our problem, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I kind of lost it. They said that they had already called somebody to come in and do karaoke that night. And they offered to let him go, and I'm just like, no. I said, at this point, I'm upset and I'm
Please
tired.
hold on. This train is departing for all terminals. Our next stop is Terminal 4. Next stop, Terminal 4.
At this point, I was upset and I was tired and I was kind of shaking, and part of it was that I'm dealing with extreme depression. And then all the sexual frustration arising out of Priscilla just not interested in touching me, and that's a really big deal. That's a really big deal, because all the other stress in my life, like, that's the one thing that always kind of made it melt away. And we're talking on like 3-4 months of that that being an issue, and then anyway, I'm super tired. I just haven't been sleeping well, and I haven't been sleeping well since Saturday. I mean, I didn't get. I forget what time I woke up on Saturday, but when I went into Amazon on Sunday, I had probably been up, 14 hours. So by the time I got home and was able to go to sleep, I had been up well over 24 hours and worked a 10-hour shift of hard physical labor. Well, and 3 more shifts of that, so I'm 40 weeks of running a pallet jack.
We are approaching Terminal 4.
So, I'm just absolutely physically exhausted. My friend Garfield at work had said he was going to email me and have me come by a recording studio that had session time booked, wanted to share his music with me, and of course he can't call me because nobody can call me right now. But he said he would email it. I gave him my card with an email address on it, and he said he would email me, and he didn't. And it's frustrating. I spend almost all my time just alone, and people say they're gonna contact me, and the only way really to contact me right now is email and Snapchat, and then they just don't. So
yeah. Up here for Terminal 4.
Yeah, so
Please stand clear of the doors.
anyway, I was not in the best headspace, and then to suddenly be told that I'm unreliable because I missed one night, and that I'm not dedicated enough when I spend 4, 5, sometimes more hours on public transportation and walking to get there and back, and risk getting mugged. I got mugged the week before. And you called and we couldn't reach you. When I got mugged, the first thing I did was I contacted the bar and said, hey, can I get in? I'm Cottonmouth and I just got jumped, and I could just really use a glass of water and a place to safely calm down. And I told Raina that, and she's like, well, after time they can't let you back in. Oh shit, they cannot. They can't let me back. I've seen them let other people in. That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. But yeah, I was left to, just deal with that. I ended up falling asleep in the damn parking lot. It's, anyway, I was upset. And I was just like, if you've already called Ray, have Ray do the shift. I said, at this point, I'm just really upset and really tired. And mind you, I got there right at 8. I need that full hour to set up. And by this time, it's already like 8:20. So I wouldn't have been able to start the show on time anyway.
Please hold on. We are approaching Terminal 3.
In the midst of it, I'd come back out, and they did offer to give me dinner, and I should mention that earlier. I got a
Exit here for Terminal 3.
cheesesteak. was told. Anyway, so I go out into the bar, and even with Priscilla helping me out, I'm really not happy being around her. I mean, at this point, the level of sexual frustration I have is so much that being around her is it's like being super hungry and opening the fridge and seeing absolutely your favorite dessert right there, but knowing that you can't eat it, you can't even touch it. And that's basically mentally what I'm going through, just even being around Priscilla right now. So I'm already upset. I'm upset with Raina. I'm upset with the whole situation, and I'm just extra upset that they knew they couldn't call me. I mean, Jim didn't know that, but certainly Raina knew that, and Sean knew that. Raina knew that. Sean knew that, and both of them could have, when we were contacted about, hey, have you heard from Dan? Blah blah blah. Said, oh no, No, Dan got, he could have easily said, Dan got mugged after the show last week, so he probably doesn't have a phone for you to call him. Like, they should have known that. They should have passed that information along. Not, oh, well, fuck Dan, he's unreliable, he's not dedicated, so, yeah, let's call somebody else. But, yeah, call somebody else they did. No, whatever, it had me so upset. I would have been. I don't think I could have reasonably done a show at that point. So, yeah. At one point, I was waiting for my food. Priscilla walked up and asked me if I had. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I do here. I've not flown out of here in a long time. She asked me, are you okay? I'm like, really? So I haven't been okay in over 6 months. And I was kind of offended she would even ask that. I mean, are you okay? Really? You haven't been willing to make love to me in over 3 months, and you got the nerve to ask me if I'm okay? Of course I'm not okay. I haven't had a car for 6 months. What makes you think there's any chance I'm okay? Anyway, hopefully this trip to Portland will make me okay. So thanks for coming with me on this interesting walk. And I got to go figure out how the hell I get my physical ticket to board.